Here we have 5 pi over 3 this time. Again, we change to 5 over 3 pi, which in mixed number is 1 and 2/3 pi.
How do you do that again?
3 divided into 5 is 1, and remainder is 2. So think back to your elementary years. Okay? When I graph this, all right, here's the starting point. I go 1 pi, and now I go another 2/3 pi. Now remember, each of these corners are half a pi, right? So if I have to start here and go 2/3 pi, is that over half a pi or under half a pi? Over half a pi. So it's going to be here. That's 2/3 pi. Okay? So here now I have 5 pi over 3. I'm in quadrant number 4. Cotangent corresponds to tangent. Is tangent positive or negative in quadrant number 4?
Tangent.
It's all students take calculus. Tangent is negative here. So the sign is going to be negative. Now I need to find the reference angle. Here.
Wait,
So
how is it 2/3 is further than half pi? So that means
starting from here, I went 2/3 pi in the bottom.
So it's a bit over a quadrant.
It's a bit over a quadrant. So now, in the bottom part, I went 2/3 pi. How much should I have gone in order to complete this?
1/3.
1/3 more, right? So this is pi over 3 here. So my reference angle, theta prime, is pi over 3. Okay? Now, pi over 3 corresponds to which angle? Pi over 3 is 60 degrees. Okay? So we're going to use 60 degrees like this one here, that triangle. All right, so what I'm going to look for here is the cotangent of 5 pi over 3. Cotangent of just pi over 3. Cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent. So if I'm at 60 degrees, it's going to be adjacent over opposite 1 over root 3.
Why is it cotangent?
Because the problem is cotangent of 5 pi over 3. Yeah.
I'm confused about the positioning.
Once we have 1 over root 3, we can then rationalize to root 3 over 3. Now, final answer is cotangent of 5 pi over 3, which is what we were asked for in the beginning. The sign is negative root 3 over 3. You tack on the negative at this step. So that's the final answer. This should be cotangent. Okay? Next one is in degrees. We have secant of 120 degrees. Let's draw the angle first. 120, if I start here, is in quadrant number 2. My reference angle is how much? 60 degrees here. Theta prime is 60 degrees. Now what about SIGN? Secant applies to cosine. Is cosine positive or negative in this quadrant?
Negative.
Negative. It's all students, right? Sine is positive, cosine is negative. Meaning secant is also negative. Now, secant of 120 is the same as secant of 60 degrees. Secant is like cosine, so it's going to be hypotenuse over adjacent.
Wait. Cosine.
This is 60
Oh,
degrees.
secant is cosine.
Hypotenuse over adjacent is 2 over 1, meaning the final answer, secant of 120, is negative 2, or 2 over 1. 120 degrees. Remember to put the degrees all the time.
I like the degrees.
Hey, why'd you get negative 1?
Sorry?
Why'd you get negative 2?
Do you know how we got 2?
Yeah.
We got negative 2 because we had determined that cosine is negative there. Okay, here we have a negative angle. Cosecant of negative 3 pi over 4. Negative 3 pi over 4 means it's negative 3/4 of a pi.
1.
3/4 of a pi. So we know that the straight line is pi. 3/4 of a pi means we're here.
Is it
It's
negative?
negative.
Oh, it's negative. Good job.
Is that a trick?
And then is the reference angle 1/4?
Yes.
Or negative 1/4?
1/4. Let me just. Okay, so we're here. Negative 3/4 of a pi. Now, the reference angle is always positive, and it's between 0 and 90 or 0 and pi/2. So here, all right, this much was 3/4 pi. That means this much is 1/4 pi. So theta prime is 1/4 pi, which is the same as if I had written pi/4. Which is the same as 45 degrees. Now, let's determine whether it's going to be positive or negative.
Negative.
Cosecant applies to sine, and it's all students. Sine is positive there, negative here. All right, we said this applies to 45 degrees, so the triangle I'm going to use is the 45, 45, 90 triangle.
1/45.
Pi/4 is the same as 45. Pi is 180, over 4 is 45.
Oh.
45, 45, 90 has sides of 1, 1, 1√2. How do I know that? Because I've memorized the triangle.
So it's hypotenuse over opposite.
So, okay, so now I have cosecant of pi/4. Cosecant is like sine, which is hypotenuse over opposite. Hypotenuse over opposite is 1.
But does it matter which 45 angle you choose?
Does not matter. √2/1, meaning the cosecant of negative 3 pi/4 is negative √2/1, or just simply negative √2. And that is how we do that.
That's so fun.
Now, this homework in its entirety is going to be due Friday, tomorrow.
Isn't there other homework you find as well?
No, that's this one.
I had taught half of this yesterday and half of this today.